Hey guys, I'm so excited that you guys could be watching today. And today we're not going to be talking about a new lesson, but we're going to be pausing and remembering everything that we've learned so far. It's called Remember and Celebrate. And they did this so many times in the Bible. They wanted to remember what God had done in their lives. So today that's what we're going to be doing because we learned some awesome lessons the past couple weeks. We've learned about the day of Pentecost when the Holy Spirit came and that changed everything. We talked about how Peter healed the beggar in the temple. We talked about Philip and the Ethiopian man, how he went to him and he listened to God and he baptized him. What an amazing story, and especially about Paul and his conversion and how he was killing Christians, and then he came to know Jesus and he did the complete opposite. And we've learned some awesome stories. So I'm gonna put your knowledge to the test and let's see if I can have you guys answer some Zonk questions. These are questions from our lessons. Let's see if you and your family can answer them and get them right. Let's see the first one. It says, before Jesus ascended to heaven, he told his disciples to wait in Jerusalem for A, a bouquet of flowers, B, the Holy Spirit, C, an angel, or D, a letter in the mail. All right, I think that you guys probably know that it's probably not a bouquet of flowers. That would not be something that Jesus would tell us to wait for. It's not D, a letter in the mail. That would be great if we could get a letter in the mail, right? It is B, the Holy Spirit. If you got that right, you can go ahead and have a point, and that is awesome. You guys remember that story about how all the disciples were like, what do we do now? They had to go wait, and they went to the upper room and they experienced the Holy Spirit. What an awesome story. All right, question number 2. It says, true or false? Peter could have healed the beggar on his own. All right, who thinks that we can do things without God's power? Who thinks that they could do things on their own? I don't think so. I think this is definitely false. Who got it right? Awesome job, guys. We need God's power. We need him in our lives. And when we have him and we use him, he does so many awesome things in our life. All right, second to last question. Here we go. True or false? Philip went down to the desert road because he wanted a pizza. Awesome. Well, people love pizza, don't they? I would go down to the desert for pizza, wouldn't you? But do you think he actually did that? What was he actually doing? He was actually going to find the Ethiopian man because God had told him to, and he listened to God. So that is false. We do not think that is true. He probably maybe got some pizza later on, but he didn't get it. That's why he wasn't looking for that. All right, last question. Let's see who can get all of them right. Here we go. True or false? Saul later became known as Paul. All right, so we all remember the story of Saul and how he was just not a very good guy. He did not do things very good, but God changed his life, right? And he completely changed his life around, and he actually ended up believing in Jesus and ended up telling so many people about God. And so he actually later became known as Paul. So this is actually true. True story, true event. It's amazing. So now we're gonna have a little bit of fun. If you guys have these materials at home, you can go ahead and do this craft with me. All right, so all you'll need is some graham crackers. You'll just need a couple of them. And graham crackers are so good, so it's always good to have those. You need some icing. This is icing for like anything. Icing's always good, isn't it? Frosting. If you don't have green frosting like I do, all you have to do is put some green food coloring in it, and it will work perfectly. And then you'll need a plate because you're probably gonna get a little bit messy. One of the ways God's people celebrated and remembered God's blessings was to set aside 1 week out of the year and to celebrate the end of the harvest season. And He had led his people out of slavery in Egypt. It was called the Feast of Tabernacles or the Feast of the Booths. So the people would build tent-like structures out of branches and leaves on top where they would live for about a week. So the Jewish people even still celebrate this holiday, And so today we're going to be making sukkahs. So those are what are known as the Feast of Tabernacles. These buildings that we're going to make are called sukkahs. Can you guys say sukkahs? I'm going to show you some pictures of sukkahs. These are some traditional sukkahs. They have 4 walls. They have a nice seating area. Most of them have branches on top of them. And it's just to celebrate all that God has done, because God has done so many things in our lives. We need to stop and remember everything that God has done, because He's blessed us in so many different ways. He's given us so many different things. He's keeping us safe from all this virus stuff. How awesome is our God? And so today that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stop and celebrate. So if you wanna go ahead and get your graham crackers ready, we're gonna make a sukkah. So here we go. You can make it any way you want. Maybe you wanna make it like, I don't know, all fancy. I'm just gonna do it the best I can. I don't know if I can even do this. I'm probably just gonna break it. Let's see how fast I can make it. All right, so there is my sukkah. Isn't it pretty? I probably should put some green frosting on the top of it if it doesn't fall over, to represent all the leaves and all the trees they use to make it. But thank you guys so much for helping us today. If you made this at home, maybe take a picture and send it to me. I'd love to see your sukkah. And just remember and celebrate all that God has done in our lives. So I hope you guys had fun, and I hope to see you guys next week.